Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the major crisis at Chelsea and how it has been disrupting the team's start to the season. Get to know the details of the story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, it would help a lot. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends, like, and comment on the video, please. Let's go to the video. You may have already seen this video that generated a lot of controversy and discussion. A racist and transphobic song sung by the players of the Argentina national team and directed at the French after the Copa America final. Enzo Fernández, who was recording the video, created a great deal of turmoil within his own club, a story that involves ghosts from the past and an interrupted attempt at rebuilding. The 2023-2024 season was one of rebuilding for Chelsea, who were emerging from an endless crisis and needed to find a path to greater stability with the new squad. After the sale of the club by the consortium led by American businessman Todd Boehly in 2022, the Blues embarked on a crazy spree of signings and big promises. Over €600 million were spent on transfers, breaking records but with little sporting planning, thus creating a disconnected squad that resulted in one of the worst seasons in the club's history. In addition to changes in management and various backstage problems, one of the major signings for the team's long-term project was the acquisition of Argentine Enzo Fernández, who cost over €120 million and signed a 7-year contract with coach Pochettino. During the 2023-2024 season, mainly due to the magical performances of Cole Palmer, Chelsea improved somewhat but still remained average, finishing in 6th place in the Premier League. Frustrated with the slow progress compared to the level of investment, the management decided to dismiss Pochettino and announced the appointment of Enzo Maresca, formerly of Leicester. In his first official interview with the Blues, while the Euro and Copa America were ongoing, Maresca emphasized that he was eager and excited to meet with the squad and start working. The most important thing now is that we are able to create the right culture that will guide us through the season. For me, it is clear that we need to establish the correct mentality and a culture that our fans can be proud of. Less than 10 days after saying that the right culture needed to be created within the team, Enzo Fernández was seen singing the racist song directed at French players with African roots, which includes several of his teammates. Defender Wesley Fofana was the first to speak out, talking about the uninhibited racism in football in 2024, followed by forward David Datro Fofana, who said that racism must be condemned in the strictest possible terms and that this fight needs to be taken seriously by everyone involved in football. Names like Malo Gusto and Christopher Nkunku unfollowed the Argentine midfielder on social media, along with 3 other players. At the same time, the French Federation announced it would file a complaint in court against the Argentines, and Chelsea issued a statement saying it would launch an internal investigation and that all discriminatory behavior is completely unacceptable. Meanwhile, Enzo Fernández himself posted an apology on his social media. "I am against any form of discrimination and apologize for getting carried away by the euphoria of our celebration. That video, that moment, those words do not reflect my beliefs and character." However, by this point, the atmosphere within the club was already terrible, with fans and the press questioning how his return for the pre-season would be, indicating a new crisis just when Chelsea was trying to stabilize. To make matters worse, Enzo's actions drew attention to the ongoing debate about Chelsea's history of racism, with various cases involving the fans fueling hate speech and controversies within the institution itself. Incidents such as the hooligans expelling a black man from the Paris Metro in 2015, complaints from players like Antonio Rudiger and Raheem Sterling about abuse suffered at Stamford Bridge, and even the infamous episode of idol John Terry being racist on the field in 2012 have led the world to view Chelsea in a way they have been trying to avoid. Part of the club's recent efforts is focused on distancing itself from this stigma, and having prominent black players making history both on and off the field is a crucial element of this rebuilding. In an act of pure prejudice, one of the club's biggest signings ended up reigniting internal and external issues, leaving the Blues' next steps in a state of uncertainty with the new manager who now faces a crisis even before the first game. Chelsea is having a tense pre-season.